Hello Virgo, welcome to my channel. It's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. Yes, thank you for joining me today, and I hope you're all doing okay wherever you are. This is a fairy oracle reading for yourselves, Virgo, for the month of November and 2020. So I've already pre-shuffled the cards to get your energy into the cards, Virgo. So I'll just do a final shuffle now of the Oracle of Visions, just for a couple of overriding energies. Bear with me. Okay. Thought that's where they needed to be. Okay, so the first one is number 7, and this talks about infinity, no limits, and perseverance. So, you know, no limits to do with knowledge, understanding, whatever it is that's going on with you at the moment, Virgo. But it's very much about knowledge, understanding, and perseverance in gaining the knowledge and understanding. So I'll just put that to one side at the moment. And then we have number 52, and this talks about direction, having a purpose, objectives, and taking the first steps. So very following on energy from here. So this is about inquiry, knowledge, understanding, perspectives, you know, digging deep, if you like. And this one is about direction, you know, taking the first steps in the form of direction, having a purpose, having objectives, if you like, going forward. So I'll just put those to one side at the moment, and we'll just do a final shuffle. Okay, so here we have something current for you, whatever your situation or your energy. Then we have a challenge, the challenges you're facing at the moment, and then steps you can take to do with this. And then if those steps are taken, a possible outcome. And then something the universe would like to say to you, Virgo. And at the bottom of the deck we have Epona's wild daughter. And this is when it's difficult, when it's a difficulty going forward. If there's something from the past that needs dealing with, that needs looking at and dealing with before going forward. We've got the image of the owl there, which is about wisdom of mind, using the intellect. So, you know, having an understanding about something, perhaps some trauma from the past, and shedding light on that and taking the first steps perhaps to looking at that and how that impacts on the present, and then ultimately would impact on the future as well. So it's just dealing with something at this time, Virgo. So at the heart of your reading we have Oi, that gnome, and this is the trickster gnome. This is the gnome who challenges. He brings chaos. This gnome brings chaos around us and is about to take a leap into some form of a melee. So there's some form of a chaotic situation around, but when he comes forward, what he wants to say is that, you know, whatever's happening, there will be an opportunity within that chaos. And also the trickster gnome, you know, what you see isn't always what you get. What you believe or what you understand isn't always the case. So, you know, it's that sort of an energy as well. But it definitely is about he comes forward to challenge us to step back and have a look amongst all the chaos that's happening. Where are the opportunities there? Where's the opportunity? Okay. The challenge here is Leoathoth the Wild, and he he brings speed and energy. So he's sort of urging, he encourages you to do something quickly. Do it now. He wants to do it now. He likes to go forward quickly and leap forward. But the other message to do with this card is, okay, sometimes it's the right thing to do, but we still have to be aware of what we're doing and having a little bit of an understanding of where we're going to land before we leap, if you like. So sometimes it's the right thing to do. Sometimes you need to hold back a little bit. But this is in the challenge area. So there's something about something wanting to move forward quickly, but that's a challenge. Or something is going forward too quickly. That's why it's a challenge. All right, and it's probably something to do with the trickster gnome that is brought in this chaotic situation. Okay. So steps to take. Well, again, we have the Ra, which is about fast, rapid movement. But this is about mental clarity. You see, the Ra energy isn't grounded at all. It's up in the air. So this is about mental thought, fleetness, if that's a word, of thought, of clarity, of acumen, if you like. So thinking quickly about something. Your ruling planet, Virgo, is Mercury, which is the planet of the mind and communication. So I feel because this is in the position of steps you can take. So this is about thinking something through, but thinking it through, be mindful of speed. We've got speed with Luasis the Wild, didn't we? Although this is a challenge. So perhaps the challenge is, you know, as your mind is racing, perhaps it's the steps to take is just be mindful of that, and perhaps just to slow things down a little bit, because things are a bit chaotic at the moment, and things are going forward too quickly. So I think because this is in the steps to take, this is about just being mindful of there's a lot going on in your mind, and just to try and slow things down a little bit, Virgo. And the other thing you can do, this is ecstasis. And ecstasis is which is how it says on the tin, this is about ecstasy. So it's something that is giving you real joy and ecstasy, really lighting up energy. It's a lighting up energy around you, very joyful, you know, immediate happiness and joy. So real ecstasy to do with something. Now, again, because this is in the steps that you can take to do with this situation, I feel this is being mindful of this energy, this immediate joy and ecstasy, immediate joy and ecstasy, lighting everything up, that actually could be firing things up within you, firing your emotions, firing your imagination perhaps. And so just be aware of that, you know, not to act or make decisions based around this energy, because you will be tempted to do so. And then a possible outcome, we have honesty. So this is about being honest with yourself, I feel. For some of you, it could be about being honest with others. And also when we're honest and truthful, it's about choosing our words carefully, because we don't want to be brutally honest and shrink somebody's soul, do we, by being honest. So it's being mindful of how we put ourselves and our words forward, when we are being honest and truthful. So that's when we're that with others. Now, it's also about being honest and truthful with yourself as well. So, you know, just being aware of that need. So this has come out as a possible outcome, honesty, and this is on the back of this chaos that's around at the moment, that things are happening very quickly, which is quite a challenge, to try and slow down the mental activity, you know, not overthinking something, try to slow something down. because of electrifying emotions, things that are coming in that are very, creating an ecstatic energy around you and perhaps within you. All right, just slowing that down. So, be honest. Be honest with yourself and with others around you at this time. And just be mindful, always keep empathy and compassion at the heart of this energy. Okay, now what the universe wants to say to you, the friends. So this is having a shared vision with others, with friends, family, perhaps people around you, or work colleagues could be, but it's, supporting each other to go forward, having a shared view of what you want going forward, or where you're heading perhaps, or things you're going to be doing. So, joining forces and supporting each other as you go forward. So finding people, those around that have a shared vision with you going forward. Okay. Because there's certainly something going on here about the mind and knowledge and learning and understanding. And taking, having a focus and deciding where you're going and taking those first steps. So I think something's happening very quickly, but it's giving a feeling of chaos. All right, I'm very quickly, I'm going to draw, yes, because we have Apona's daughter. Before all this happens, it's looking at the past. What is it that needs to be learned from traumas from the past? Before you go forward, are there any blocks that the past are creating for going forward? So could we have clarification cards for all of the cards on the table, please? Some clarification cards, please, for all of the cards on the table. Thank you. And at the bottom of this deck we have the topsy-turvies, and this is about perspective, shared perspectives, or considering other viewpoints. That it doesn't mean to say they're right or wrong, it's just they're different, because different way people are looking at something, others are looking at something. So this is about perspectives. So let's see what else we've got. So we had Oi That Gnome, didn't we? And then fairies of the future. So the fairies of the future are mindful of what's gone, are mindful of the past, but are now starting to look to the future and plan to go forward. All right, so as there's some form of change happening, some form of learning from the past, but now going forward, which is very similar with this energy here. And so within this chaos, or that gnome, within the chaos that he brings, there is an opportunity, and that opportunity is something you're going to be learning from the past, ready to apply that learning for going forward. And then the challenge, which is Leathos, the wilds, about speed, things being quickly. We've got Singer of the Chalice. And the Singer of the Chalice is when we need to open up to all the positivity, all the beauty, and the magic that the universe is sending down. And it's all the energies to do with patience, hope, joy, happiness, celebration, those sorts of lovely energies. But I feel that what this is saying is, because things are moving forward very, very quickly, or you're getting an urgency to leap, if you like, towards something, then it's what the challenge is. You're going to perhaps miss on other areas, the joy and other opportunities, beautiful energies that are coming down for you. So this challenge, it is about slowing down a bit, absorb the healing that's coming down, healing and all of the other positive energies from the universe. So you'll miss this if you leap and go forward too quickly without just taking time, I feel. And so the Ra, which is about mental speed, mental clarity, yes, we have the Oakman. And the Oakman, yeah, it very much, as I was saying, this is about slowing down. Take your time, tap into your roots. What's the root of a situation? Tap into the roots. Find out, you know, take a step back. Tap into your wisdom. Tap into the wisdom here, the wisdom that you have, to get a better understanding about something. If necessary, seek out counsel from your elders, from older members of the family or community, or, you know, people with old heads on their shoulders, if you like. But definitely, you know, slow down, step back, find out, you know, draw on the roots of, you know, get the extra knowledge, draw on the roots of a situation. Use your wisdom here. Don't fly away in your mind. Take your time. Become grounded, perhaps, also, because this is very much of the mind. This is very much about the earth energy being grounded. Okay. And then the other thing you can do, which is this status, which this was about the this fiery energy, this ecstasy energy. Right, so we have the guardian of the gate. So something is happening. Okay. Something is building up and happening, and the guardian of the gate, this is about something's building up. You're going to be going through a gate. That opportunity is coming in, and once you've gone through the gate of opportunity, then there's no turning back. Things will be changed. There's a transformation process that's happening, and it's happening quickly, I feel, looking at this. Things are happening quickly and building up, and because once you have transformed, once you've made the decision, because it's your decision, once you've made the decision to move on from what has been and move on, then things are changed, and they're changed forever. So it's, although it is a very positive energy, because of it's linked to a stasis, I feel if you're in this energy of very high energy, very ecstatic, very joyful, electrifying energy, then I feel, as I said before, there's a need to not make any decisions while you're in this energy, while things are happening so quickly and rapidly, and, you know, filling your cup, if you like, of joy and happiness and optimism. But don't jump and go through that gate yet. I'm not saying you won't be. Something is definitely building up, but there's something that's going ahead too quickly, Virgo. Things have got to slow down a little bit. I'm not saying this is not going to happen, and it is, but at this time, you just got to slow it down a little bit. And then we have honesty here, and we have Tahara of the waters. And Tahara of the water, this is about our emotions. So when events happen, we are emotional energies, aren't we? We are guided by our emotions. Humanity is guided by its emotions, for the good or for the not so good. So if something happens, and we can react very angrily, can't we, or in frustration, or those negative emotions, or, you know, we can take a step back and look at things more calmly, and, or, you know, something may bring us great joy and instant joy and happiness. All right, but this is about being in control of your emotions, and I think this is certainly a message that's come through throughout this reading for you, Virgo, that you need to be in control of your emotions, whatever they are, whatever's coming in, and remember to be honest with yourself and honest with others, concern, you know, it'll be something different for all of you, Virgo. But for those it's meaningful for, I'm sure you'll know who you are. All right, it's a general reading, so it won't resonate with everybody. And then the advice from the universe, from the Fairy Oracle, from the Earth energies, as well as the universe, we've got the friend. So this was about going forward with supporting others and them supporting you, shared values, shared vision going forward. But then we have the gotcha. Now, it doesn't surprise me that the gotcha's come out because of the other cards that have come out here, wanting you to slow down, wanting you to consider your emotions. The gotcha is when something has come in that surprised us, has took us by surprise, took us back a bit really. Something you don't want to see, but you have to. You've got to see it, you've got to face it really. So it could be anything, greater or smaller. It could be information, it could be something that happens, something you become aware of. But it's something that disrupts your energy, if you like, knocks you back a little bit. And you can see the person here, they just don't want to look at it, but they have to. They're looking through their fingers there. Because it's a bit difficult to face, to be able to acknowledge. So there's something, a bit of a surprise, an unexpected event, if you like, or information that it's coming in, all right. So, and I feel it's in connection with friendship, or people who are close to you going forward, people who you're working together with, you've got a shared vision with. But there's something that is going to come in that's not expected. It's a bit difficult to look at. I think I'm going to get different perspective. I'm going to have two more cards, please, for the gotcha and the friends. Could we have two more cards, please, for gotcha and the friends? Okay. So with the friends, we have the undressing of a salad, and this is when we're having to work hard to keep things balanced, having to balance all different energies to keep these things running smoothly. So, balancing, you can see he's got different spheres here that he's holding, and he's got one on his shoulder, and there's others all around, and so he's responsible. The elf or the nymph is responsible for keeping a balance, keeping things under control, if you like, for the benefit of everybody else. So, juggling all of these balls in his hand, so none of them fall, for the benefit of everybody else. And so this is the clarifier for the friend card going forward, supporting each other, shared values, the importance of support. So these two cards go together quite well when we're having to balance energies and balance events and look after everybody else. All right, because if you take your eye off the ball here, then something could fall. Something could fall. The same with here. If he was to remove his hand, then his friend would fall, wouldn't he? So it's but that's where the shared value system comes in, supporting each other, and this is certainly a very supportive energy there. Now with the gotcha, we have the fairy who was kissed by the pixies. So this is some form of a blessing. So whatever this is, it's coming as a blessing for you. So it may not feel like it, but in the future, looking back, you will see why whatever this is was very important. to happen or to come in or for you to become aware of. So it's definitely a blessing for you. She who was kissed by the pixies. Blessings can come in all shapes and forms, and not always in the way that we think they will. They come forward in all different guises. But nevertheless, they can be blessings because it's what we learn from them, ready for going forward. All right, Virgo, I'm going to round this reading up with one more card from the Sacred Traveller Oracle cards. So could I have one more card, please, for Virgo? One more card, please. Okay, well, we have a card that's jumped out, so I'm going to take that. So we have narrow pathway. So tread thoughtfully. All right, so this is suggesting for some of you that a pathway you are on is quite narrow. So you've just got to be mindful, tread carefully, take your time. Take your time. I'm going to get one more. Could we have one more to clarify the narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. Tread thoughtfully. Tread thoughtfully. One more card, please. Tread thoughtfully. Okay, so we have wise leader. You are a beacon to others, so shine your light and for support others. And there's lots of supportive cards here. So be a wise leader going forward. And on this narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. I said tread carefully, didn't I? It wasn't. It's tread thoughtfully. So be very thoughtful and careful how you're going forward at this time. Remember, we had the honesty card and the emotional card. You know, be aware of your emotions. Slow down with your mental thinking, your thought processes. Get to the root of situations as you're trying to get more knowledge and more understanding. But certainly within the chaos that may be coming in or may be around you at this time, there is going to be opportunity going forward. All right. So tread thoughtfully. Slow your mind down. You know, think through carefully, because you're going to shine your light. You are going to be a beacon for others. All right, Virgo, I'm going to leave it there. It's a general reading, so it won't resonate with all of you, Virgo. But in any case, thank you for being here. And for those it has had meaning for, good luck going forward. And I hope you can join me again in the future. Bye-bye for now.